Good evening, everyone. Guys, we're here on our Final Fantasy Randomizer Twitch channel, hanging out with Dangwoo. I'm Gregory Puff. Dangwoo, how you doing today, sir?
Teamwork for Dummies in the house. I'm good. How about yourself?
Man, I'm doing pretty awesome. I just can't believe you and I get to call yet another race, and it's going to be a barn burner, this one here. So we've got Climinteedus, my co-op partner from last year, taking on GuardianMarcus. Both of these guys joined the community around the same time, a little bit over a year ago, and I think this is both theirs first spring tournament. So pretty exciting stuff. GuardianMarcus is the top seed in his particular pod, even though he is 0-1 right now, but he is the top seed in the E pod. As you can see, Climinteedus and GuardianMarcus looking for their first win. Both of these guys losing to the 3-0 in this pod right now, which was Papa Dukes. So that's what we have going on here as far as the two runners are concerned, and where we are as far as spring tournament is concerned, about halfway through the pods. So yeah, nothing else really to talk about. I mean, we got our Thief, Black Belt, Red Mage, Black Mage for Climinteedus, and then we've got a White Mage instead of a Red Mage over for GuardianMarcus. And why do you think these guys brought the Black Belt?
Well, with a plus 20 hit percentage and plus 20 strength, the Black Belt can get their grind up a whole lot sooner. They become activated or useful a lot sooner. It's approximately 6 levels earlier for every hit break. So instead of level 11 for 2 hits, it'd be level 5. Level 5 and you get 2 hits punching. I mean, yeah, we don't have the level, the level damage because that's how Black Belts get their damage. But, getting the 4 hits then, and then you get 6 hits at 16 is quite amazing.
Yeah, I could not agree with you more. Hate the 13th here, posting all of our blessings for our classes here in chat. So if you are interested in what's going on right now, that is what's happening, because he is our tracker tonight and our restreamer. We would not be able to do what we do here on our Twitch channel if it wasn't for our awesome restreamer. So yes, give it up for Hate. He's also pulling double duty, being our tracker tonight. But yeah, I mean, that's huge. And then you look at the Thief also gets a sword, the defense. Loses strength, but we're not really using the Thief as the carry, but gets the extra HP, so that's nice. But yeah, the extra strength, which is like around the 20 strength, is about a temper charge, and then that 20 hit percentage is massive, to say the least.
And it's interesting as we're talking about it, because we see that Climinteedus has gone with a Red Mage, and GuardianMarcus has gone with a White Mage. So, I mean, it's not nearly as important here, but if you kind of think about it, like, that White Mage that GuardianMarcus has can kind of turn into a White Samurai of sorts, because their hit percentage break, like, if everything goes wrong, that White Mage can kind of do well with that plus 40 strength.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be kind of as a wipe protection. Now, the Red Mage, though, does have the plus 15 vitality, so, like, it's going to have really good growth. So it's interesting. One has the guaranteed of we're going to have life, the life protection, and we have the harm spells, but the Red Mage offers us the extra temper and fast casts, potentially. And I say that with quotes, potentially, because it can be locked out, of course.
Yes.
So it's really interesting because, I mean, what ends up happening? The Thief's going to go down probably. We're going to have a grind. The Thieves are just going to be there for run chance. Mm-hmm. And the Red Mage, White Mage could be going down. Well, potentially the White Mage for sure if it's completely useless. The Red Mage might be useful just because of Black Magic available, and you go the Thief Red.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see as these runners get started. So let's see what White Magic is. This will determine some things. Not great White Magic, but Invis 2 is learnable. And then Black Magic, we've got, a low-level AoE, and then of course Brack and Fast. So some pretty decent spells here starting off. You love to see Fast. Obviously nothing you're going to want to use right this moment, but definitely a must need for the late game. Brack will get you Garland killed, and then a potential cheeky Kraken and or Tia kill if we need to go to those places early on. And then of course the lit 2, can kill you some pirates and deal with sea stuff, but that's pretty much it. One thing I did notice, because these guys are running black belts, is there is an encounter right off the hard reset. I think it was literally steps, like 1 or 2 steps off the hard reset, which in my brain, I'm immediately going, oh, I got to get the shipping canal and go straight to the desert so I can start hunting down some T-Rexes or sandworms.
You know, Gregory, I just want to point out something, and for everybody out there, this is why Teamwork for Dummies was possible, is because Gregory Puff is able to instantly notice that thing where the encounter is instantaneous, and he always reminded me. So I appreciate the fact that you point those out, because I overlook them every single time. Wait, I just told everybody that could be potential opponents that I don't pay attention to the opening encounter table.
About 1,000 gold out of the 3 boxes here. You hope to get a little bit more than that. And Climinteedus already down a red mage. Gonna have to go for a cheeky Brack on Garland here in order to get past this, because the HP on the bosses is 100 to 150, and I don't think Lit 2 is going to land on Garland. I don't think it can kill him, but let's see what happens here. We're going for Brack. Bracking into pieces right there. Let's see what GuardianMarcus does. Also a first turn Brack. You love to see it. And we got a chime and a ship. I think these guys might be going to the desert whether they like it or not at this point, because we got a chime and a ship right off the get-go.
All we need is a canal. Let's go.
Yep, canal. I can imagine we're going to get a canal from the pirates. We're going to get the cube from Marsh Cave, and that's going to be it.
And somebody's already calling for an 1100 HP the T-Rex.
Yeah, I don't want to see that anymore. That was not my finest moment, is spending 35 minutes trying to kill T-Rexes because they had 1100 HP.
But that was so much fun, though, hanging out in Discord talking about how he kept dying to T-Rexes that had that much HP.
Yeah. Sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees is all I have to say. So Climinteedus is going to check these boxes here. A good, nice play, because we do have 2 loose items. And, if you can get your loose right off the bat here, you can potentially, depending on where the loose or what ends up being loose, you can maybe skip the second loose. So you'll have that information. GuardianMarcus goes straight to the pirates and kills them. Here's a crown. So we got a fetch quest out the get-go. I like seeing early crown because Astos gives pretty good EXP and money.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. It gives a good money, or a good experience early on, and as we talked about in the pregame, the black belt can get online a lot sooner with that plus 20% hit percentage.
Yeah, so GuardianMarcus checking our white magic. We do have an exit that will be learnable for the red mage if the red mage can ever get off level 1 for Climinteedus. He's got another dead red mage there. Got fire 3 was the only thing that looked interesting in black magic. So you got a couple of sweepers, couple of, the exit's really good for both runners here, because that can get you in and out of these early dungeons pretty quick. If GuardianMarcus wants to go to Marsh Cave, which is pretty much the only option right now outside of killing Astos, you can just right in there, check the spike tile, open up the box, get out of there, exit out, maybe a 2-minute Marsh Cave.
Is it like a zoom or a bang? But no, it's a boom. We're going in there and boom.
Boom. Done.
Okay. All right.
Games Gone Wild here in chat talking about all-star comms. That's really nice of you. That is very nice for you to say that.
I keep trying to derail this entire thing. It's great. And you won't let me.
No, you talk. I let you say what you got to say, and then I gotta focus us back in. You're like the I don't know who you are. You're the Bob Euchre to my Bob Costas or something. I don't know.
You would bring up somebody I have no idea who you just said.
Well, there's literally the only two sportscasters I know, and I'm pretty sure
Hang on.
Bob Euchre only played a sportscaster in a movie. So, what do I know? Anyway, but yeah, so Gannon's Gone Wild, one of our runners here, also helped put the spring tournament together. So give it up for him. We would not be where we are right now without our volunteers that behind the scenes that put these tournaments together for us. I mean, right now this would not be happening if he wasn't in that room, trying to put these flags together, trying to figure out, everything we're doing here. So,
by the way, I now know who you're talking about. After I did the lookup, I'm like, oh yeah, and then the Dust Bloom says the reference was just a bit outside. Yeah, it was great.
Ball 4, ball 8.
Matter of fact, that's what I'm going to do right now.
Yeah. Major League's such a great movie.
Right? So add a little bit of his sassy commentary with like some dodgeball references or whatever like that.
Oh, you gotta always be Cotton. I can't remember his full name, but something Cotton is the guy that the guy from Office Space. He's awesome in that movie, and then Jason Bateman's the other guy. They're just oh my god. Anyway.
I like it.
Yeah.
Harm Fort level 3. I'm so glad our tracker here is paying attention.
Yeah, because I'm sure not. GuardianMarcus checking boxes.
I mean, we're trying to, Gregory, but the problem is we're seeing like Ice 2, we've seen Cremate, we've seen all these little nasty spells that keep sending poor Climinteedus and taking out his red mage the entire time.
I know. Cyrus is pointing out something that kind of scares me here, mentioning that GuardianMarcus may have used his last save item before coming in here, and we know these wolves out here have Scorch. That is not something I would be interested in doing. So we're gonna see. Yeah, Climinteedus. Yeah, and then is gonna clear too, which is that's even scarier.
Easy.
So the deal is, the deal is that we don't necessarily, we're not going to have a loose item here, is what I'm saying. So loose items cannot be in incentivized dungeons. So at least we found a house, which was in the house chest in the normal game.
And a grind.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, though, Gersharks have pretty high MDef, and all he has really to kill this Gershark is Lit 2 and some Hopes and Dreams.
Alright, we're going to power level the thief, I think, in the front. Fine.
No, he just wants to kill this Gershark. I think that's where we're at this point. Luckily, we have quite a few Lit 2 charges, so hopefully we can get out of this battle. There we go. So, while we were too busy talking about GuardianMarcus doing GuardianMarcus things, Climinteedus turned in the crown and now has a canoe. So we've kind of opened up the whole inner sea area.
Yeah,
so
we get the ultimate choice here, pretty much. If Crescent Lake doesn't give us the canal or floater, do we go the Ice Cave, which is incentive, or do we go into Volcano and Dungeon Dive?
Yeah, so I will have to say, just that whole thing was killing me on the inside. Going into this dungeon without save items. Luckily found a save item in those boxes. And then taking more battles that we don't really need to be taking. Or not taking more battles, but just kind of opening more boxes we don't really need to open. Granted, opening the boxes did lead to the house. That was nice. But man, that was a lot more time in Marsh Cave than I think we should have spent in there. But GuardianMarcus is the first one in and out. And hopefully... did he kill Astos already? And we were just too busy talking about dodgeball?
No, he went right into Marsh Cave.
Okay.
But so to point out here, folks, the same thing happened on the left-hand side with Climinteedus. He has also used his last save just outside of Marsh Cave, And if he doesn't check the one chest which has a house in it, he's going to have to walk all the way back in this very dangerous... He needs to check that chest right there. Uh-oh.
Yeah. So one thing I did notice, I don't remember exactly what the items were in Canaria, but I do remember there was only houses for sale in whatever that city was, Provoca, and they were not very cheap. So maybe that's what the issue is here, why these guys don't have any save items currently, because you do start off with save items.
I think you fast the
But-
black belt here.
Yeah, I actually like that idea a lot. Throw a fast on the black belt, but I think the lit 2 will be fine. I mean,
Oh,
GuardianMarcus was able to get through this okay.
Yeah, I forgot that he's got two lit 2 casters, so this is a lot easier.
There's our guaranteed life for the white mage, so this is really great. For great news from GuardianMarcus, because he will in fact have that life caster. And then we got level 4 nuke, so that's going to be good news for Climinteedus because he will have 2 people that can use nuke. But man, no save items here in Elfland. So I saw houses in Provoca. I don't remember what was in Canaria, but then there's no save items here, so this is brutal as far as like you're not gonna traverse the river system without save items. You gotta get some save items before you start doing that. Hopefully, Crescent Lake has things that we need, and unfortunately, GuardianMarcus has to walk back to Northwest Castle and kill Astos to get that canoe.
Clem, make it. Oh, we're safe.
All right, so Clem able to get in and out of Marsh without the save item and make it back to Elfland.
I'm not gonna lie, I was nervous there.
Especially
was
with
holding my
Scorched
breath.
Wolves.
I was holding my breath there. Yeah, we saw Ice 2, we saw Cremate. I mean, at these levels, that is some serious damage there.
All right, so we get Astos pull over here on GuardianMarcus' side. It's gonna get the canoe, which is what Climinteedus already has. But man, blink and you miss. GuardianMarcus kind of losing the lead he had picked up here as Climinteedus in and out of Marsh, already killed Astos, and is on the way to Crescent Lake. But we know he doesn't have save items, so he's gonna have to go somewhere potentially to get. Nope, he's gonna just go for it and hope for the best.
I mean, it's got to be here in Crescent Lake.
Well,
If
yeah.
they haven't found any saves, I mean, there's only a certain amount of places where a tent or a cabin don't show up.
I'm just more thinking like getting to the city without wiping a ton of times, like on the way. But luckily,
Oh, right.
has enough levels to do nuke, so it's fine. Man, speaking of which, level 10 already. Holy moly!
I mean, it's one of those cases where, like, you almost are happy that you got the double Gershark because of the experience they gave you. And, 19 gold tents.
Yeah, you love to see that.
You should be buying a whole lot of them, but with that quick power cycle that Quick Wigglypuff had pointed out earlier, because you're going to need them for that grind if it's available.
You are not wrong. So yeah, this is kind of the thing that would have scared me, is like getting right outside of Crescent Lake and then hitting like a battle like this that could potentially wipe you out. But luckily, so far doing okay. Accidentally hit. Do we not have the ability to run from those? Oh, it's Pink Puff in chat. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen that name. Pink Puff, our deep dungeon person, hanging out with us, saying hi.
Hello.
Right. Ooh, and Climinteedus smart here. Looks like trying to use that hard reset to his advantage. We got XPs, the peds right here. I'm assuming off the hard reset. I just kind of looked over and I'm hoping so, because that's some good EXP to start, in the early game. It's not great later on, but it's good to grab a couple levels here and there. Yeah, he's like only 2 steps outside of Crescent. That's got to be off the hard reset. Let's see. Hard reset. There we go. Yep.
Surprised he didn't go right back into the inn instead of spending all those heal potions.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe he thought it would be quicker to do that, but I mean, obviously, it's significantly quicker to just walk in and save the game. Maybe it just costs a lot to save it in the city. Guardian
Well,
Marcus has the same idea. It's gonna take on some peds outside of here.
because like these peds have a lot of health, by the way. I think I saw a new kit for like 350 and it didn't kill him.
Okay, so Malakoth saying it was 50-ish dollars to get into to the inn. But I mean, if you're using heal pots, you're spending time using heal pots instead of just walking inside and saving. So, ooh, they have sleep touch, which is, I mean, it's whatever.
Bane needs to come through. Misses. Yeah, see, this is the problem that I was kind of worried about. Is oh wait, he's got a nuke. I'm surprised he hasn't used that nuke charge yet. But these peds have a lot of HP. I saw a nuke hit for 350 and it just did not go down.
Yeah, and at this point, with the amount of HP that these guys have, I mean, there's enemies that give better EXP that are potentially have less HP. But I mean, we're still doing it right now. I mean, we're level 12 across the board for Climinteedus. GuardianMarcus just needs like money and levels in general, and I think these guys are trying to get themselves prepared for the obvious earth or ice dive that these guys are going to have to do, because it's the only incentive location left over. Now these guys can potentially, I mean, it would definitely be a cheeky play to go to Volcano first and look for loose items, but and grind tiles, but I don't know how I'd feel about that. I mean, what would you do in this situation? Go for the obvious incentive, or
we have exit available. I'd probably do ice. It'll be quick. Now,
yeah.
So what I think Clem was trying to do that entire time was to kill off the thief anyway.
Okay, I can see that. I mean, the thief has all that extra agility. That thief has all that extra agility, so it can be hard to kill the thieves. But T-Rexes hit crit machine, so you know that's a good place to also kill a thief if you can get over there. But obviously these guys don't have the canal, so we're here right now. Get some more tents. I love this play, by the way. Like $19 tents, you better like just have all the tents in the world.
You might as
just
well.
Every tent.
Yeah, because we haven't got the floater yet. You know that there's a run, at least on the second encounter, I believe. Yeah. Or no, it's not even the second. Oh no, he's still trying to grind peds.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to get 4 of them, which is smart. Like if you're gonna do this, you may as well try to get at least 3 or 4. You know, a reason to take on 1 or 2.
But GuardianMarcus agrees with me, and I think you agreed with me too, right? Hit up ice, yeah. Just do it. But at the same time, I do understand the volcano play because there are 2 spike tile checks that are there, and you have the lava tiles right there. Mm-hmm. But if you do the ice cave first, right? There's spike tiles there. You can leave. And it doesn't feel nearly as bad, because if you grind an ice cave and you leave ice cave, then you can have your black belt and just kill carry, and you can always come back and clear our volcano if you want to, I guess.
Yeah.
Later on. I mean,
the thing I think about is always go for the guarantees here. You know, you'd hate to go into volcano, clear out all of volcano just for, ice to have what you need. And volcano to have bupkis. Now, what I will say though is the way these flags are designed, I mentioned this earlier briefly, is that incentive items cannot end up loose incentive items cannot end up in incentive dungeons. So what that means is that basically, like a place like Ice Cave, we know that it is incentivized. We know you need to check that floater box in order to get whatever the incentive item is here. The other 15 boxes in this dungeon will not have a loose item. The same goes for Marsh Cave. Those other 9 boxes that are in Marsh Cave won't have a loose item. Same for Sky. All of Sky, including Mirage. So just the 1 box will have the incentive item. The other 51 chests will not have an incentive item, and the same thing for Earth Cave. So once you start doing that math and you add everything up, you start to realize that like half the chests in the game off the table as far as looking for loose items. And the only two places that are left that are kind of big dungeons that have a lot of chests in them are Volcano and Sea. So once you start, oh, well, there's two loose items, you start doing the math and you start kind of playing the odds and stuff. Odds are very good that a loose item will appear in one of those two dungeons.
So tempting. Right hand side, blue D's. GuardianMarcus ran into it twice with a thief up front, got initiative.
Now, I like what Climinteedus is doing here. I'm not a huge fan in grinding an ice cave unless it's this particular tile here, right there where he is, or where the blue dragon is, because I don't like those off-tile encounters. The last thing I want to see is to frickin', be in the middle of a grind and then all of a sudden hit like, a big old pack of, undead, and one of them has like Brack or something dumb, and then you take like an unfortunate wipe after grinding for like 5 or 10 minutes. Hate pointing out that the katana rolled down. Yeah, I mean, we're probably not doing class change anyway, unless of course we do find the tail, so yeah, it stinks, but it's not a huge deal. I think these guys are more concerned about black belt stuff.
I mean, it feels kind of bad for GuardianMarcus there because he didn't really see what the blue dragon rolled in HP because he doesn't have nuke. I think the black mage, so I mean, if the blue G rolls low enough and if your thief is giving you first strike, I mean, that's a lot of experience to get real quick.
Yeah. So GuardianMarcus does the... Yeah. No, I agree. GuardianMarcus does do the full clear. How wild is that? So, first off, the mage tile and the eye tile have basically the same encounter, which is this mummy birds pack, right? Misses the glance, which was really nice, because that would have really stunk for GuardianMarcus. And GuardianMarcus jumps down, even though we have exit here. Interesting. Maybe he's going to go back for the blue Ds?
I think he's going for the ice dragons first. For sure.
I would have at least liked to see what the blue Ds had, but I don't know, man. Ice dragons, I'd rather just exit out of here and check Volcano. But, I mean, obviously it's not up to me. It's up to these runners here because this is their game. Climinteedus already through, gets the adamant.
Well, what do you think about killing ice dragons to get your black belt to 16? Because that's where you get 6 hits.
Yeah, it's true.
Because then, at least with 6 hits, you might be able to take out that blue dragon real quick.
Alright, so gonna exit out. Okay, decided against the whole hanging out down there. I guess because that battle was unrunnable, and he's like, I don't want to hit any more of that. So both of these runners out of here again on each other's heels, both with the adamant, which, and then Cyrus, like, please save. For the love of God, can somebody save? So yeah, these guys, Climinteedus going to go around this way. I think it is actually, it's not quicker to go this way because of where your ship is. It's way quicker to just go to your ship and then sail up north. But Climinteedus is going to go around this way. GuardianMarcus not going to turn in the adamant, is going to go for the cheeky full clear of Volcano. Maybe looking for a spike tile to try to get this BB off the ground, or maybe just hoping that he can find a loose item here.
Well, I was trying to think of GuardianMarcus doesn't have nuke on Black Mage, so we're already missing out on a nuke.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have. I don't think I've seen any of them pick up a confuse, a hold, anything to, stop Carrie from attacking. So,
yeah,
that's a pretty dangerous fight against Carrie there when you have no non-elemental spell damage, really.
Yeah, the only thing I could... Ooh, Brack shirt. That's, that's not going to do anything against Carrie, but hey, at least we got another cast of Brack for Tia and Kraken here. Looks like what I'm thinking is we're mostly just checking these 2 spike tiles here. So we got zombies and mud gulls. Not great, and zombies also have glance.
Oh, if that glance would have hit the thief, he would have been so happy.
Yep. Yeah, so Guardian Marcus just was checking those 2 spike tiles and clearing the armory, which I do kind of like that play. You know, if you go in there, you find a good grind tile, perfect. If you find a loose item, even better. But so we're getting out of here. We're gonna go turn in the adamant. Yeah, Climinteedus nowhere near a ship now. So even so, you know, if this is the canal, he's got to walk all the way back around to get to the ship before leaving.
Yeah,
where Guardian Mark.
I was going to agree with you on that, but the thing of it is the idea of if you're going to make the walking around like that, the encounter table has to be really nice. And as you point out, the canal, there it is. So now, where's your ship? The opposite side of the inner sea. Oh yeah, no!
You got to walk all the way to Elfland when you could have just parked like right here in one of these little river docks, you know. But not a huge deal, you know. Should be able to get over there pretty quickly and get out of there. I guess just thought it would be quicker to walk around instead of sailing down to that river dock that he put the ship at. No huge deal though. We're gonna keep it moving. He's gonna be at his boat here pretty quick. Maybe wanted to go to Elfland the whole time. So here we go. Oh, forgot it was up here. Yeah, he actually parked it in the river system. But Climinteedus, even though went around that way, still going to be out of the inner sea just a hair before GuardianMarcus here. So yeah, I'm kind of in this point. You don't have a thief. You've got some good early levels. You've got a couple of nukes. You've got your canoe, so you could potentially go to places like, you know, you can do ordeals and you can do waterfall. We have the Oxyale as well, so, you know, sea is on the table if you want to go kill Kraken, maybe look for a loose item. But I mean, in my mind, you know, we got a black belt. We gotta go grind. Let's go see what that desert's all about.
There is some. What is there? There's 4, 5, 6 or 7 zones that you can check just in that area because you got the ordeals, a river path or whatever like that. That's above northwest. That's kind of blocked off. You go through, and then you got the 4 zones all around the Mirage. So. Yeah, there's so many ways to check things. You got sandworms, you got pyros and werevens, you got T-Rexes available.
Yeah, so GuardianMarcus parking the ship in the north area? Didn't park at the river system there. Gonna cost a little bit of time. Climinteedus saw like some sort of stone something out of that Big Eye Sahag battle. I don't think I saw like a glance or a brack, so I think something had stone touch maybe, because I definitely saw some scorches coming out. Oh, it was glance. Man, that's the 3rd enemy we've seen with glance. Do we think glance is on the Medusa script?
Either that or the enemies are trying to help out our black belt at this point. You know, they're just trying to turn all of our allies into lawn gnomes so we can have an easy grind.
Well, Climinteedus already has the dead thief, so I guess, you know, if you can turn everybody else into statues, that's fine too. So Climinteedus is going to go to ordeals first.
Oh, wait.
And GuardianMarcus is going to check the spike tiles in Earth Cave because we definitely don't have a ruby. So a little bit of divergence here between the 2 runners. Likes the idea of looking for a guaranteed grind where Climinteedus is going to go on ahead and get some key items before maybe taking a potential solo grind.
I probably would have liked this play if we had Rod, I think. A bit more, just because you just get high enough and then you can just walk through Earth, even if it's just with a black book, because everything runs from you. You put it in the top slot, everything just runs.
Yeah. So Nightmares and Mages, not very good. Nightmares would have been fine if we hadn't already ground Peds, but nothing too fantastic here. Climinteedus taking down some Zombols. Already level, God, what was that? Level 15? He's like 1 level away from 6 hits on that black belt. Like, that's going to be great. You know, you got fast temper. You can fast up a black belt and potentially punch down a T-Rex with no issues, depending on where they rolled. The problem is that the T-Rexes can roll anywhere between like, less than 300 HP and over 1100 HP. You just won't know until you get there. So GuardianMarcus kind of not good as far as the spike tiles were concerned. The last spike tile being a French vanilla there on Hall of Giant spike tile. Climinteedus getting that is the loot, I think.
Obsidian? No, that's got to be the ruby.
Oh, is that what that was? I could not tell what that word was. I was like, is that like what word is that? I am too dumb. I can't even read. So yeah, that's the ruby. Listen to me. Clearly, I think obsidian is a musical instrument.
I mean, I guess it could be turned into a musical instrument, so you're close.
So Climinteedus gonna do basically what GuardianMarcus did earlier, but is going to at least have the ruby to get a key item from Sarda. All right, so we got fire and scorch off these Sahags. GuardianMarcus is going to the desert. Here we go. Our first look at the desert encounter zones. Let's see what's going on here. Man, everything's annoying. Like all these enemies are just so obnoxious. Like just scorch, and like trance, and cremate, and all kinds of nonsense coming out of these things. So we get steak and wings off the hard reset down here. We're gonna see. Ooh, the wyverns have like no health, but more more like what the tyros have.
Tyrannus, GuardianMarcus went to the Oasis shop, picked up some houses. Didn't have any money, so couldn't really check the on-rack anyways. And, just bought a bunch of save items and is now doing our grind check here.
Yep.
Anklo so far.
Yeah, fun police. That's not good. So it's Anklos on the hard reset in both of those zones, and then steak and wings in the second encounter. So it's kind of good. We have like two encounters kind of right off the hard reset there. I was too busy staring at GuardianMarcus's screen. I completely missed what Sarda gave. So hopefully somebody saw that.
It's like the TNT.
Oh, it was the TNT. Again, it's Gone Wild, wondering if we've seen the shop item. We have not. GuardianMarcus, I don't think hopped into OnRack, so we don't know if it's there or not, but we've seen the item shops of all the other cities.
Anklo, steak and wings so far in every single sector. Last one.
Oh, at least steak and wings off the hard reset this time instead of having to go through Ankylos first, but you hate to see that in the desert.
So
and yeah,
here is what's the second one? Because if maybe this is the T-Rex or something, and then you could kill the wing or the Tyro and the wings, and then a T-Rex or something. So you're not resetting constantly. So I'm sure we'll get a save here. Look to see what the second encounter is in this northeast portion of it, and it's red Anklos, which is not what we want to fight. And we're gonna look at the third encounter here. Now there's a T-Rex, but it's way down in that encounter table. It is hiding, and we gotta see how heavy it is. That's 300 damage. 302. Yeah, it's way too much walking. 400, 500, 50 damage-ish. Almost 600 probably. So we're, anywhere between 550 to 600. That's a very chunky T-Rex to try and get into. That is many steps to get to. I mean, it's not bad. I don't know, like, you had a blue dragon. I mean, the blue dragon wasn't great anyway. I mean, it's okay. But this just, it feels bad. Especially if the T-Rex isn't taking out any of your enemies. are your allies. And apparently we were paying attention to the grind too much. Climinteedus wiped and has to get the TNT from Sarda again.
I see GuardianMarcus is finally killing some T-Rexes. Where are we here? What is this, like
The,
second off the hard reset in this quadrant?
the third.
Third, okay.
And it's a bit of a walk.
I mean, that's the only problem. I mean, normally I'd be like, obviously I was super excited about the desert. And then certain times the desert ends up being the way that it is now. But hate pointing out here, we've got 3 and 4. So we got steak and wings on both 1 and 2, and then T-Rexes on 3 and 4. That's okay. I mean, we can do something with that, I think.
Well, the second one's a red ink glow, so it's a no-go.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's not bad. I don't know. Okay, so we have a full party up. Honestly, I think you go up to ordeals, do ordeals, and then you check that spot that's there's like another section over like that. You check over there because you can get T-Rexes, you can get sandworms, you can get things to help level you up too.
Yeah, and this T-Rex has something. I saw snorting coming out. I don't want to know what's behind that. Fire 3? Ooh. Hey, at least that'll kill some things. Probably don't want the black belt going down, but... Okay, so another thing I'm thinking of is we're here with the slab. That's brutal. Slab we can't really do anything with right now until we're in there, so that kind of leaves us with either a loose item or waterfall is going to be kind of our next go-to to, you know, wherever we're going.
Yeah, and that leaves us with volcano, and that leaves us with sea shrine, right? That's all we've got to check for loose items. If
Now I'm drawing a blank here. I guess I'll go look at the tracking notes so that I remember what the adamant turned into. Let's see here. Adamant was an ice cave. It turned into the canal. That's right. Had a moment there. Little senior moment there. Yeah. So yeah, GuardianMarcus is going to go on ahead and take levels. Now there is an option for hopping into, because we do have the chime. You could potentially hop into to Sky and check the spike tile leading to the cube locked area. Now, I mean, it's kind of out of the way and kind of annoying, but you're already here. You may as well check it. You'd hate to do this whole long grind here on T-Rexes that have all kinds of nonsense just to find out that there are eyeballs right inside of there.
Marsh is actually going to revive his black mage.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't feel like he can kill those T-Rexes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that is kind of true. I wonder how much damage our black belt's doing. It's got 6 hits, 233, so yeah.
Chad Burton chat pointing out the comms here. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
The Greggly Woo comms where we try and derail each other as much. Well, I try and derail you as much as possible, and you try and keep us on task. It's great.
Climinteedus here, and speaking of Climinteedus here in Waterfall, it's gonna see if we're loose hunting, because basically this is what it's down to here. This is either the floater. This is something that leads to the floater, or we're looking for a loose item to get us in the air.
Another possible grind here, as I'm interrupting you here completely.
No, it's fine.
Gas dragons off the hard reset.
Was that inside of Waterfall?
If that's possible. I mean, it's something that you kind of overlook, but like that is something that could be very good there, because then you can just save your way back to Onrak, revive your people, and go.
True that. GuardianMarcus done doing whatever GuardianMarcus was doing in the desert. I guess just not happy with that, or wants to just go on ahead and keep the game moving here. Getting out of here. He's going to probably do ordeals, which we know ordeals leads to the slab after the ruby turn in. And then we'll eventually go to Waterfall. And let's see what we get here. The rod. So we're going to Earth Cave. Whoa. So yeah, I didn't think about the two options that were getting the rod and having to get whatever's out of Earth Cave out, or getting the cube and getting whatever's out of Sky. So man, this is a weird situation here. Do you run up to Earth Cave and get the guaranteed key item, or do you go into Sea Shrine and try to grab some levels, potentially brack a Kraken, and look for loose items? And it looks like right now Climinteedus is gonna at least check the shop and see what's in here. We've got the loot, and it's an expensive loot, but it's the loot nonetheless. We don't need it now, so we may as well hold off on picking it up until we have some money. JLo in chat saying hi to everybody. Hangry Canucks here as well. Adam Dr. Youpie is what I always like to call him. Adam Droop here raiding us with a party of 5. Thank you so much for the raid. Dude, they're doing spring tournament stuff. It's me, Gregly Puff. I'm hanging out with Dangwoo. Hate doing the restream, doing restream things and keeping us on track here. We are halfway through our spring tournament pods whatever thing. And yeah, this is what's going on. Climinteedus versus GuardianMarcus. These guys looking for their first win. And yeah, I got nothing else. Anything else you want to throw out besides that defense sword Climinteedus picked up?
I didn't even notice the thing, you know. I was too busy, you know. I was just reading chat. Just wanted to say, you know, hello to everybody. I'm Dangwoo. Hi.
Yeah.
Hate
the 13th. Yeah, hate the 13th throwing out throwing the ban hammer down on somebody. So, you know, don't come in here and start spamming our chat. We got trackers here that will end that stuff right there.
Yeah, right. Like toss out spoilers. I mean, there's somebody in chat that's
spoiler message.
Yeah, somebody's like trying to say that they're my eternal foe or something. Like I don't even know who you are, sir. Like, are you good at this game? Like, hello?
Going full on Negan here and shutting that down. So Fizzle's here. Old Fizzle, the tournament czar. So if you like what we're doing here, you can blame Fizzle for it because he is taking charge of all tournaments. So everything goes through him. Everything goes through him.
That's true. Just like me going 3-0 is going to go right through him because I'm going to take him down.
Sorry, I just saw something get deleted. I just assumed things, okay? That's my apologies. Yeah, Again's gone well pointing out. While he did volunteer his time to help with the tournament. If you don't like the flags, blame Fizzle.
Oh, I really wish GuardianMarcus had done... Although, okay, so you walk, you do the waterfall play, right? You exit out, and then you check that hard reset. Because Gas Dragons would be amazing, right?
Yeah. Climinteedus taking a wipe here. Doesn't have the thief, so not able to get away from that battle. And those ghosts were hitting kind of hard. Kind of hard. A little tough there. Climinteedus going to go back down. No, not going to go back down to Mermaid's. Going to go Kraken side and try to end this place. I didn't see anything too crazy important out of Climinteedus' side outside of that defense sword that was in the left chest there. Which I think, who can wield the defense sword? The thief, his dead thief.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be completely useless. He's got like -10 strength. He probably can't even hold the sword. He's like minus.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of have to agree with Gannon's Gone Wild here. His party's getting shredded. I mean, he's got decent enough levels. I mean, I would just be throwing Lit 2 at everything, like not even trying to run away because, you know, you could stand to have the levels A and B. Oh no, Lit 2 does share a slot with Brack, so never mind. But we do have Bane at level 3.
Alright, Guardian. Hard reset check. No, go back. Check the waterfall.
Maybe he already checked and you just didn't notice.
No, I noticed. That was the one thing I noticed, Gregory. Okay, I've been paying attention to the for the grinds, okay? I've been paying attention.
Oh my God, is he gonna check our spike tile? I think he's checking our spike
Which one
tile.
is that?
Oh, he didn't check it.
Wait a minute. Wait, where's it at, Gregory? Because I can't find it.
It's
Okay,
the
look.
one right below the state. Oh my God, it has eyes. See, I told you, you always check the one below the stairs because it has what you need all the time, every time.
Oh, is this the tile you were talking about the whole time?
Not that one. It's in the other room, but this is the same
There's
tile. It's the same
5
one.
rooms in this one, Gregory. Which
What
one are you talking about?
Yeah, so yeah, and Gan's Gone Wild pointing out this is a great place for this tile to be. I don't like grinding in C because everything's dangerous down here, but this is like the perfect place. If you're gonna grind in C, this is where you want to grind because you can't get any off tile encounters because you're right up against that wall there and it doesn't move the encounter table along. So you can grind here as safely as possible. You can go all the way up to level 48 so you can get that 12th hit and then go and punch Kraken to death. Now, the one thing I will say is that it is still scary because you still have to walk to Kraken with your solo black
Do you
belt.
see the right-hand side? GuardianMarcus Unrunnable Lobsters. What the heck is what is a BB gonna do? We need to go to 48, okay?
Yeah.
Already guaranteed. We need that 12 hits because we gotta terrify our foes here, okay? Or we're gonna die to lobsters.
I mean, and you're not wrong. It only I know they're unrunnable, which means they can't ambush you. But if 7 lobsters go off before your black belt can do anything, you're dead regardless. Like, doesn't matter how high a level you are, those lobsters are still gonna hit. They're still gonna take your party down. So,
this wasn't open, and the only difference is GuardianMarcus decided to go with the white mage, and Climinteedus went with the red mage. And once again, there's the unrunnable. I don't think Climinteedus has seen this. I think he might regret this decision going down.
yeah. I have to point out the obvious here too. Is like those lobsters, like at least half of those lobsters just ate nukes like they were nothing.
Yeah, that's terrifying. I'm gonna have nightmares.
Yeah, just don't. Yeah, exactly. Gan's Gone Wild pointing out. Just don't see lobsters, and you're okay. That's all you need to do. Just don't see them.
Oh, hey, look.
Hey,
Wait,
look.
Is that the tile?
That's the room. The room
No,
that
the other
GuardianMarcus is
room.
in. No, yes, he is in the room that I was trying to tell you. The one below the stairs. That room. That's
Wait.
the one.
It's the same encounter?
Yes, it's the same. I've been trying to tell you that.
Wait a minute.
That's what I've
Mind
been
is
talking about this
blown.
whole time. They're the same tile. They're waters. It's waters in the
No,
original game.
Their eyes. Okay, clearly you need to get your eye checked.
I'm gonna. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, GuardianMarcus is like, "Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll clear a little bit more before I decide what I want to do because yeah, this is like he's seen the unrunnable lobsters. I'm not sure. Like, oh. It only takes 1 pack of those, and it is a long walk from here to Kraken's door. And yeah, he's gonna clear first, I think. I did something. Darren tries. I had a moment. My eye twitched a little bit. Wadham in chat wondering how many loose have we found? We have not found any loose. 0 loose. GuardianMarcus has done the first floor of Volcano, just the armory room, and that one box that's next to the fire tile, but didn't clear the rest of the armory big room or the rest of Volcano. And these guys are both in Sea Shrine, as you can see. And we're at a weird point because we do have the rod. The rod could potentially lead to something, but these guys both have decided to go to Sea Shrine before heading back up to Earth Cave to check what the rod has. Or what's in Earth Cave. So, GuardianMarcus moving some stuff around. I think he might be getting ready to grind. Yeah, he's getting ready to grind. He does not care about unrunnable lobsters. See how these ghosts treat him. Oh, he's actually going to let the ghosts kill his party. That's kind of smart.
That is so terrifying too. Because ghosts.
All they have to do is punch that black mage Yeah, he's like, oh, that's enough of that.
Okay, we're done with that one.
Yeah.
I'm done playing RNG. No, I'm good.
Oh, please get away from those things.
Is Clem actually gonna... Is Clem done?
No! No! That is a dead...
Okay,
luckily he has life. He has life at level... Yeah, he's fine.
It's fine. Okay? Now, if he would have been at the other tile, he would have been, would have been fine.
Yeah, GuardianMarcus trying to find a way to kill the rest of his party. Climinteedus, I guess. Where are we? Where do we stop here? Oh no, we still have a full party. We like. Oh no, Red Sahags with Thunder.
Well, you wanted to take care of your team. This will do it.
Yeah.
I mean, so you could do Red Mage Black Belt until the eye kills your Red Mage.
Yeah. GuardianMarcus is like, I'm going to see if these lobsters will kill my party off, which is they can definitely do it.
I mean, this sea shrine is nasty.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem is with the eye being here, like, it can cloud your judgment so much. Like, it can be like, oh, man, well, this is the only grind, especially for GuardianMarcus, because he hasn't seen anything else worth grinding, and he's actually looked for things to grind, and so to him, he's like, man, this is, like, really the only option I have. And here we go. We're down to a solo black belt up against two lobsters. They're not hitting too terribly hard, so maybe it wouldn't be too terribly scary if we run into more unrunnable lobsters later on. Oh my god, unrunnable lobsters and sea trolls on this floor. Oh, it's just so bad.
So, GuardianMarcus, even with the knowledge of the unrunnables...
Yeah, but I'm going to like a billion.
Well, yeah, for sure, but I mean...
48 or nothing here.
He's still going for it, though. It's kind of surprising in a way. You know what? No, it wouldn't matter, because you still can't exit out.
Yeah.
If only we had a way to stone our life caster.
Well, yeah. I mean, we had a way. We knew something had glance. There was like several things that had glance. That we could have potentially maybe made work out. Now, obviously, that's nothing we could have done while we're in Sea Shrine. Climinteedus not... Oh, yeah, down to the solo black belt. May as well grind. He's like, I'm not going to kill Kraken. I may as well take it to 48. And yeah, everybody in chat is like not happy about that. I am...
So the reason why, is pointed out by our tracker hate there, is the plus 20 hit percentage there basically moves all of our breakpoints up by 6. So at 48, the black belt gets with 12 hits.
Yeah.
So if I mean, if you're trying to survive all these lobsters, you might as well just go as high as possible, I think, because you need all the HP you can get.
Yeah, Serenus is an awful human being, and I'm not sure I like you anymore. I kind of hope they both lose their grind at the same time. No.
Oh,
no.
Well.
No.
Man, he's a real nice friend to have around, I can tell already.
I can't wait until they come back and rewatch this, me criticizing everything they've done, and then that one just to, just to jab the knife in further. And Lord Fizz will be finally realizing the 48 is actually a number. I know that most black belts can only count to 42, but but this black belt went to 4th grade math, so he is okay. He's got 48 figured out. Dark Twinge pointing out Clem also getting 10% more EXP from this grind. Oh yeah, because I guess he did the Sarda thing. Started the TNT to slab, which GuardianMarcus hasn't done yet. Actually, it's 15% because we got the ruby too. So it'd be ruby, TNT, slab. So a little bit more as we get 54 from this for Climinteedus. And what is GuardianMarcus getting? 50. Oh, so GuardianMarcus did pick up the ruby? I should pay attention. I'm calling the race. I should at least pay attention. That extra 400 EXP is like, it's something.
I mean, if you look at the tracker there, it shows both of them with the ruby.
Oh yeah, I guess I could look at the tracker.
I mean, you're gonna give me a hard time because I didn't know what tile you're talking about, but yet you can't look down from the action first.
Yeah, you know what? I shouldn't even question Dark Twinge. I don't know what I was thinking. Dark Twinge, absolutely 100% correct. So, just don't listen to me. But yeah, we need some color here, and don't go blading yourself. Not that kind of color, okay? We need like color commentary.
I just gave you color commentary. I mean, you need more? I mean, like...
What is for dinner? Well, apparently eyeballs is what's for dinner here.
You'll shoot your eye out.
Climinteedus done. No, you're not. Not with 509 HP. You aren't. Where are you going?
You're not. No, you're not. The sea shrine says, no, you're not. Go back.
I told him he was not done, and yet he is still done.
Oh
my God. No. He did not even kill the first lobster with the first hit.
That's why you needed 12 hits.
I can't answer that question right now, Wolfram, because I'm crying on the inside.
Oh. He will survive. Drink. No. Well.
Oh, he tried to run. All right, Climinteedus going to think about it. Because I know I would be, like, really unhappy. But you got to go. You got to keep going. I haven't looked at the chat. They're 10 minutes ahead of us, so I'm not gonna look. I'm gonna just stare at the screen for a little bit. Gonna think about it. Nope, never mind. hate already with the information. So yeah, I guess we get to watch GuardianMarcus do this.
Yeah, it looks like GuardianMarcus decides to go now.
So yeah, I get where Climinteedus is coming from. There is nothing more disheartening in the world than losing a grind like that. Especially if you feel like you're already kind of behind, which he wasn't behind. He was a couple key items ahead. But yeah, losing a grind like that here is rough. So GG's to Climinteedus for coming out here and doing the thing. GuardianMarcus still needs to complete the seed in order to get the win. So, you know, GuardianMarcus decides to also forfeit.
Well, see, that's the thing, though, too, is you forfeited. GuardianMarcus, I mean, he could still wipe here, and now what? You don't even have to quit now because you already know that your opposition could forfeit. You just have to finish the seed at your leisure.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah, I mean, in Climinteedus, obviously, you know, you're in front of your screen. You don't realize where your opponent is. I mean, GuardianMarcus could have easily lost the grind too, done the exact same thing. It's hard. But GuardianMarcus does take it to 30. What are we at? 36, 37? Whatever gets us our 10th hit. So didn't want to go to 48. I'm disappointed. I wanted to see a black belt punch things a lot. So 616 HP here, going up against Kraken. 10 hits for 5-something, 8 hits for 3-something. That's scary. Hold does not land, and that's a dead Kraken. But man, that got scary real quick.
And I mean, I think that's another reason why you and I kind of said the 48 too. Yeah, it helps us get through the enemies, but Kraken, as you can see there, can two-shot very easily a black belt.
Yeah, and Hanger Canuck pointing out like one thing, which is if Kraken had attacked again, that would have been a dead black belt because Kraken got turn order. But also in my brain, hold is not like a spell that just doesn't hit. Like it has a pretty good chance of hitting things that it wants to hit. So I mean, I have been held at like my mid 40s before by that spell. So the fact that we were able to dodge a hold and not get punched again by Kraken, I mean, that was you know, the gods were looking on GuardianMarcus, to say the least. So luckily out of there with the grind, level 30-ish, like mid-30s, 36 probably. And yeah, gonna go on ahead and find out what's in here. I think GuardianMarcus did the mermaid side.
No, he didn't do it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's no loose item that GuardianMarcus found anyway, so it's not a huge deal. Um, I don't know if he grabbed the bagpipes. We'll check out his inventory here in a sec. If we can see it, then we'll let you know, and you can go on ahead and light that up. GuardianMarcus still needs to turn in the ruby, which we know is going to be the TNT, which leads to the slab. But at least we have the rod here, so we can go on ahead and just end, in this earth cave while we're in the area.
Well, I guess we got a little bit of time here, Greg. Do you mind if I go over a little bit of what's happening later tonight? Actually,
Yeah, go on ahead.
Channel.
Yeah.
So later on tonight as soon as I bring it up here, 10 p.m., we have Life Reboot versus J-Lo. That's going to be on this channel there. So make sure to check that out. That's in about, 50 minutes. So we might end up catching that in action depending on how long this seed takes. But I don't assume it's going to take very long with that black belt. But at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, Life Reboot versus J-Lo. Tomorrow, April 19th, Tuesday. 9:15 a.m. we are kicking off more FFR action over on Speed Gaming. ADR versus Rubes. Once again at 9:15 in the morning. What? And then we got 9:15 a.m.
Hold on.
Who's waking up that early to commentate? I don't know. It's some crazy people named Luffy and Danny. I don't know why, but that's what they're doing. Oh, and apparently I'll be up too.
I'll be at work.
I got the day off, so that's what I'll be doing. Yeah. And then later that night, we've got 4 more races. 8 p.m., we have Luffy versus Darren Dreiss. That'll be on our channel, the Final Fantasy Randomizer. Demon Frog versus Rich Bork will be on RPG Limit Break at 9 p.m. And also at 9 p.m. at the same time, Hate vs. Dark Tide, and that'll be on Speed Gaming. And the last one, which is late night, Shadow MRT versus IB Karma, and that'll be on our FFR channel. So even more craziness going on in the Kraken games, the 2022 Spring Tournament. The first week was insane with so many races going on, and we still got many, many more coming up.
All right.
Speaking of which, sorry, I'm just going to say one more thing here just to kind of remind everybody. We do have a YouTube there for anybody that wants to check out and be able to catch up on any of the races that you missed out on during Spring Tournament. It is Final Fantasy Randomizer on YouTube, and we have a playlist that is updated as soon as we get the videos, so make sure to go check it out, and you'll be able to keep up with all sorts of different playlists, like the Double Anti-Bingo, we've got all the Duckling Derbies, we got things for new players, tips and tricks, all the boot camps.
Interesting that GuardianMarcus is still opening up chests. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but at this point, we got places to be. Right?
I've already done it 8 times to you. It's fine.
we got things to do. Like I get it. Like he already knows all he needs to do is finish the seed and we're good to go. But like what are we doing? Like I mean, luckily you got a pro ring, but you got a black belt. Let's go. We got things to punch. Let's punch some stuff.
So the thing for any of the newer people that are watching, or the newer players, right? So we have this high level black belt, 36, 37. We have a thief that gives us a chance for ambush, and you're kind of the know-it-all in the black belts of sorts. Mm-hmm. What do you think you would have done? Do you put the black belt up front, or do you keep the thief up front?
Depends on what dungeon you're in, and this particular dungeon you put the black belt up front so things will run away from you, so you get that morale break. If I was in Topher, I would probably put the thief up front to get the extra ambush chance. But yeah, here the black belt needs to be in the front slot so things will run away from you. That'll get you out of dungeons a lot quicker. So we're gonna find out here what's in the Earth Cave. But yeah, I want to go ahead and point out Climinteedus here in chat. Don't blame me at all. I would have been beyond tilted because I think GuardianMarcus had seen all those unrunnables, like the unrunnable lobsters and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean that's brutal. Like you do your grind, you walk out, and immediately hit some unrunnables. That sucks, man. But GG's to the race. Got one more in this pods section. As long as everything works out the way it's supposed to, we will may potentially have a either last chance qualifier or play-in race of 1 and 2 runners. So you're not completely out of the race yet. With 14 pods, obviously only 14 people can go 3-0, and we are going to a bracket of 32, so that's 28. But I don't know the actual math for sure. Fizzle can probably help out, or Gan's Gone Wild if they're both still in chat.
I mean, problem with asking Fizzle to remember stuff is he's already forgotten to upload pod already and stuff like that. So I mean, he probably already forgot.
Yeah, Fizzle over here. Fact: the play-in race will include one or several groups of people. That is true.
Because we are eternal foes, Lord Fizzlebeef, and I'm calling you out.
GuardianMarcus taking down speed bump number 1. We did get the herb, so we will see what that is. Fetch quest galore here. They are meaningful fetch quests. Every fetch quest is meaningful here. The real talk, it's going to come down to how many 2-and-1s we have versus, 3-and-0s, I think. I mean, probably. Basically, if we have 32 of 3-and-0s and 2-and-1s, exactly. I mean, it's possible. It could happen. Then, yeah, the 1 and 2s are kind of out. But if everything evens out okay, then I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Just know you're not out of there yet. So take on your last person. Whoever that last person is. I can't remember who's in your pod. I think it was JLo.
And those last chance or the
Grindy. Sorry.
The play-in race and the last chance qualifiers have quite the suspense there. That it has been some very fun and interesting races. Obviously, as a runner, though, it's got to be probably the most stressful thing ever. But as a spectator, though, it's been a lot of fun to watch.
Yep, I am lucky enough for all my spring tournaments to go 0-2 in play-in races. So crushing it. Actually, I didn't even make the play-in race in 2020. I did the last chance qualifier, and that was the seed. I don't know if you remember. Fizzle remembers because he full cleared the game quicker than anybody else. That was the seed where the key was loose on one side of Sea Shrine, speaking of the key, and the loose cube was in the TFC chest. So...
Oh, that's right. I remember that one. That was...
Yeah. And you had already had... And most people had already gone mermaid side because C was incentivized. So you went mermaid side to get your incentive. Full cleared on the way back up. Got the key. Killed Kraken. Was like, nah, there's no way the loose is in that one box that I left down there. And boom. So... Anyway, GuardianMarcus now has the key and didn't even check the... Nope, going back. Nope, not going back. We're not checking key locked.
No, he already did.
Oh,
he already did the alpha unlocked. But so you've got mermaid side, you've got all the key locks, you've got volcano.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, pretty much. At this point, we are going to need one of the loose for sure because we still don't have the cube. This would be floaterless if we had the cube. So, here we go. We're going to check this here. Yeah, so Lord Fizzlebeef pointing out, remembering his brain going to a halt until remembering TFC was the thing. I never remembered TFC was the thing until the race was over, and then I forfeited out. And then I went and checked the VOD, and people were like, "Oh, TFC! I can't believe it!" And I was like, "Oh my god!" Like my brain just didn't register that was a place. All right, so GuardianMarcus down here in Dwarf Cave, gonna check these key locks here. So man, we're this loose hunt. This is like, do we go back to the Sea Shrine and check mermaids? Because Climinteedus never made it to mermaids. I think he wiped on ghosts before getting down to mermaids, so we never actually saw what was down there. That ribbon's kind of a big pickup.
I'm invested right now. I mean, this is suspenseful. Where is our loose item here?
Mm-hmm.
Where's our progression?
Now, the loose could be the cube, because the floater could be behind the cube. True. And then, you know, the other items we don't really need. We don't need the tail. We don't need the roo stick or the saber bonk. So that could potentially be it. And if it's the cube, then we can just go straight, kill Tiamat, kill Carrie, go all the floaterless, all of it.
But then we have to get to level 48, though.
I mean, I don't think GuardianMarcus is interested in level 48. I would have loved to have seen 48.
But you got to do it for the people. No, you got to do Topher locked.
Yeah.
Toph locked. Go back, GuardianMarcus. Go back.
All right, looks like he is going to go do Volcano now. So we've checked all the key locks. Hate's looking for Hairpin Volcano.
We missed the Toph locked.
Did we miss the Toph lock? We sure did. No Toph lock today, people. I mean, that's what I'm demanding. Oh, man, going to the ice cave, Doc. I love it. You never see anybody park there.
I'm not going to lie, though. Fizzlebeef, I was really hoping you would have forgotten to message me about our match, because then I could have been like, "Hey, Gregory, since you're on the committee, you DQ'd." Yeah,
and Fizzle says he's like the tournament czar, but there's like 4 other admins. So
yeah, right.
I mean, I think I can outrank him. I can talk like Dark Moon into DQing him.
I like this idea. You can talk to Dark Moon and
I'll talk to Dark Moon.
Because you're not going to get Danny to do it. Danny won't do it.
Yeah, I could probably get Bird on board with that too. I'm sure we can figure something out. Ooh, accidentally turned the old response rate to 1. It gets you every time.
Oh, it really does. It does that, and you're like, why is this taking forever?
I think I remember one time during a Duck Derby, somebody had done that during the Pirates battle, and we were just like, just reset out. Good Lord.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember that one, too, because it took forever.
I don't remember who the runner was, but man, we were just like, come on. It was either a Duck Derby or it might have been like Spring Tournament 2019 or 2020. I don't remember, but it was definitely like a newer runner. And it was pretty wild. So here we go. Is it here? It's not here. Hate. You don't get the pleasure of seeing somebody find a loose item in the hairpin.
Well, and it's funny too, because like I know people are hearing us talk about it and hearing us laugh about it. It's like, yeah, but we've all done those things where we all laugh about it, except we all learn, and we're like, okay. So we're not laughing to be mean about it, but we're just laughing because it's a funny thing, and whoever it was has learned, hey, we got to watch out for that response rate, because, it really hurts your speed.
Yeah, it's happened to me before, and you play this game enough, and you'll even recognize when you're like on a, when you've accidentally put it at 7 response rate, you're like, things are running a little bit, like, is my emulator acting up, or... and then the other thing too, he's talking about that, and I can talk about the eye grind too and Sea Shrine. Like, I've done that exact same thing. I have ground an eye on that exact same floor, walked away from it, and immediately wiped on like ghosts or red sahat, with whatever. I have done it all. I have lost grinds in every imaginable way. It has happened to me. It's happened to everybody.
I was gonna say, the one thing that I've learned
just from Kraken and Black Belts is with the Fiend Shuffle where you can have a Kraken on or in Volcano and stuff, and you'll have like A side tiles, you know, vanilla A side, and everybody's like, "Oh, I'm gonna grind the Agamas," and a Kraken's waiting right there to two-shot your black belt after you grinded. You're like, "Oh yeah, that's right. Kraken is kind of dangerous."
Yeah, and that massa right there is why Spellzap would have finished this seed about like 20 minutes ago. He would have ran just a thief lead, got that massa, locks and tempers for days, no black belt. Doesn't even need a black belt. Doesn't need those things. He's got a massa and just a defense +2. Oh,
Hey, a couple more glances and we go back to grind the eye tile.
yeah, exactly.
Let's go, Guardian.
But if you Ganon's gone wild, going full on 2020 spring tournament brackets against Thunder. Yeah, nothing like forfeiting when you're ahead. It's just it always feels bad. I have forfeited out of rage before. I'm not sure if I was ever ahead, but I've definitely done it before in a race. But I remember that race. I remember them all.
The soft reset while ahead of Gregley.
Yeah, you did that last spring tournament.
Oh yeah, see? I didn't talk to Bicky. Yep, I've done those.
So here we go here. Almost completely full cleared here. We only have 2 boxes. We have this box here behind the gargoyles.
Yeah.
Exciting. Not quite as good as the... We got lock helmets and lock axes. Sorry, I just got too excited about lock all of a sudden.
We're really gonna lock it in today.
We're gonna lock in that win today.
Oh my god, the double gargoyles! What? I didn't even know there were 2 gargoyle tiles that could be had. But there we go, learning something new every day.
You learn. The more you know.
Yeah. You got your locks right here. Okay, so what do we have? We have Lock Topher and we've got mermaids, huh? Pretty much seen everything else.
Yep. Yeah, I can't think. Oh, yeah, that's it.
All right, carry. Now, if it's TFC, I might, like, freak out. Because that was not an easy key to get.
I like how Dark lands, but Holt didn't.
Oh, right. I'm pretty sure Dark had... Oh, God, here comes Blaze. Setting a Blaze. Look at that thief right there. 5 hits, 3 something with that massa. Who needs a 37 black belt when you got a 21 thief with -10 strength?
Literally holding the Massa with 2 hands. It's like dragging on the ground as he's trying to swing it.
That's fine. More XP for everyone but the black mage. That poor black mage. All right, so gotta go over here. It's greater than 37. That's just math. He's not wrong. Not wrong. We got some serious calculus happening over here on Fizzle's side.
I don't know, but for some reason I had to read that like 6 times to fully know what he just wrote.
Yeah. All right, so GuardianMarcus not going to check Toph locked. Obviously,
it's not there. It's not there. Okay,
not
it's
there.
gonna be TFC chest. Okay.
No, he's going back. He's going back. He realized, maybe I didn't check this.
It's the TFC chest. The game's literally telling you it's there.
There's no way it's gonna be Toph.
And then at this point, do you wish you were still in the game?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I would have still quit.
No, you got to keep playing until. I mean, I fully understand it.
Yeah.
But you should at least keep playing just because you got to realize that both you and your opponent are dealing with the same stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And if you kind of like, even if you take a minute to just kind of relax for a second, do that, and you go, okay, well, I've checked so many things. What is my opponent going to be able to do? The exact same stuff. Like, there's not a whole lot of changes that either runner could have done.
Hey, more axes here. Clem's still in chat. Yeah, I mean, but whatever, it's fine.
And
More lock gear.
yeah, and
Yeah,
it's a
do
lot
what's
easier.
best for you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a lot easier for us, the commentators or the spectators, to say that because we're not the ones speed running.
Yeah,
So, for us, it's like hindsight. Yeah, you should have done this, and you would say the same thing. But when you're in the moment, anything goes at that point.
yeah, very true. So yeah, we're back to Sea Shrine here. I mean, I didn't hate GuardianMarcus's play to get out of here, and because there were still so many other things to do, like obviously go do the ruby, and then once you got the key, there was so much more stuff. There was still a lot of volcano yet and cleared yet. I mean, unfortunately, it ended up working out to where whatever the loose item is down here somewhere. Now, again, Clem never made it to mermaids, so it could easily be something as being in mermaids, or what the chat wants, what the chat needs is the chat needs a TFC check.
I see it.
It looks like
It's
that's where we're heading.
Yep, hit it. It's right there.
I'm zoned in.
All right,
yeah.
here we go. He's doing it. This first check.
Get it?
No!
No!
No one needs an ice sword.
All right, Marcus. Forfeit. We're going to rerun it here until the TFC chest holds our loose.
Cabin. All right. Ice sword, not nice sword. Yeah. Go right. Go right. You got to go right here. Go, sir. Just go right. No, it's longer to go that way.
Look, he's doing the zigzag pattern, okay? He's trying to keep away from lobsters.
Clearly. Trying to juke them.
Yeah. Zigzag, they can't get you.
They can't get you. They can't get you if you put more steps on the encounter.
That's right.
I keep thinking about the one where like a dinosaur just watching this guy in zigzag, like he hasn't gone anywhere.
All right, here we go. It's got to be here, right? Whatever we're looking for, it has to be here.
It's probably with bubbles.
Probably. You got to kill Bubbles. She's actually the final boss.
Oh, that'd be great.
I'm tired of you guys killing me.
No!
Oh, we got a second ribbon though. Man, you turned her to Bubbles and stole her ribbon? That's messed up.
I know, right?
Carbonate.
It's like,
Hey!
There we go.
Which means the other loose is not here. Oh, wait, no.
Yeah.
maybe it's here too. Come on.
I mean, the other loose could be here. It could be the floater. That would be amazing. I don't think we've seen a double loose in mermaids yet.
I don't think he's picked up the loot either, which means he hasn't checked the shop item.
Did he? No, I don't
If he's still
remember.
checking, I don't think he picked it up.
Uh-oh.
Because he's in go mode if he,
Oh my god! What?
If you
What
had
even
big
is
brain,
this game?
if you had
What is
big
this?
brain mermaids, wow.
What is this game? Always bet on whatever. Always bet on nothing. Get back into that city. Seriously, you don't have the loot. It's for sale.
it's for sale.
You're gonna freaking get a floater and then go do the thing and then stare at your computer for like 10 minutes trying to figure out what you missed. Because I've done it before. We've all done it. We've all forgot about the vendor item. It's the number one first thing that a new person does that's a mistake is forget about the vendor item.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir. That's impossible.
Oh yeah, you've never forgot the vendor item. Clem's like, is it too late to hop back in? Go on ahead, sir. You're only 40 minutes behind now. Let's go.
So what you're saying is it's time to grind the T-Rexes here?
Yeah, and Hate's pointing out what we've all seen because we saw his inventory. He definitely does not have the loot. No loot in his inventory. We know the loot is for sale in Onrak. He just left Onrak, which means he thinks he's looking for a loot either here or maybe, the slab or the bottle turning because we have both of those. But yeah, it's definitely not here. We've got a tail coming out of here, and we've got probably a tail or a ruse stick or a saber bonk. One of those three things is coming out of here because I think we've seen all the fetch quests.
Yeah, we just have the slab turn in, which is going to be one of them. We have the bottle turn in. Yeah, so.
Yeah, so here we go here.
Oh, look. More
And this
things that
again is like kind of one of those situations where, again, you know, I'm not going to beat this dead horse. I swear, this is going to be it.
Okay.
But like,
We believe
this is why you don't forfeit until the game's over. You just never know what your opponent's going to do. This is like one of those situations you could have made it back up because you kind of need the loot to beat the game. So here we go, GuardianMarcus in Sky, going to light up his 4th orb. Trying to hunt down the loot. We all know the loot is in Onrak. Gonna walk right past the incentive? Is that what we're doing here? Does he know the loot's in Onrak?
Maybe you remember. I don't know. His brain's so big, I don't know what's going on anymore.
No, he definitely does not have loot. We've seen his inventory like 3 times. All right.
I now know what it is. We're gonna grind Warmex, then warp back, pick up the incentive item, then go back. It's perfect.
Well, first off, the big issue that I've seen so far is that he went left, up, and I don't understand what is happening.
You're right. He should have went right down, right down.
Yeah, anything. No one does stairs. No one does stairs. You go one way twice and the other way twice. Yeah.
Hello, Gregley? You and I were teammates. Like, you know what I do.
Haven't marked that he has the cube. Oh my God, Hate, get your life together. Hate, can you please mark the cube? I forgot he has it. Oh, thank you.
He was too busy going left down, left down.
left down. 1 step, not 2 steps. I don't know. I heard from somebody that left 2 rights and 2 ups is the shortest way. It saves you 1 step versus the other ways. I don't remember who told me that. I don't know if I believe it.
It's probably spell zap.
Probably. Well, at least at this point, not getting whatever was in that chest in Sky saved you, some chests there. There goes the Brack after getting punched 20 times. It just seems like, oh, he's thinking about it. He's like, oh, wait, didn't I just get the incentive? He's like, oh, the loot. Yep, gotta go back in.
You know what he could have done for all the folks there? He
What?
could have just ran over the orb and just walked in.
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't know what's quicker at that point. Is it quicker to walk back from Tiamat's room to Sky 2? It's got to be quicker to go this way.
I wish he would have tried, because we could have counted steps, and then we could have told Spell Zap that and been like, see, look, we know something too.
Yeah. All right, so I appreciate everybody who's in chat hanging out with us. I mean, we're just having a blast here. This has been a fun one. Climinteedus lost the grind kind of early on, went on ahead and decided to bow. It was a pretty rough little loss there. I don't blame him for getting out of there. GuardianMarcus is going to go on ahead and finish the seed up because he has to. If GuardianMarcus forfeits here, we don't have a winner. I don't even know what you do at that point. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. They both go 0-2, I guess. But, so yeah, that's why GuardianMarcus trying to finish this up here. Gonna check this. What do we got? Crystal? The tail. You can reset out of that. Hey, you don't need that.
Yes, we do. We want a master hitting 10 times, because then we're unique people.
Yeah. Fun police. Get away from that. All right, so we got the floater. And the floater is going to get us in the air. We're going to check bottle and cube, or slab. We've already translated the slab. So once those 2 checks are done, that's when GuardianMarcus is going to have to really dig down deep inside and figure out what we're missing. That's what I'm saying. Cyrinus, give the people what we want. We want 12 hits. I want a 48 black belt.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we all know I like to have a lot of fun when I race occasionally, and a 12-hit black belt master is probably one of the most satisfying outside of 6-hit Excalibur.
Yeah.
You know, just because I like Excalibur, but like a 12-hit black belt, just you thought a 10-hit black belt was OP.
Yeah, I've come around on Excal only because of blur scenes. You get an Excal +4 plus the up on the weapon damage bonus. You get like weapon damage bonus at like 50 and an Excal +4, and you're just like smacking the fiend refights for like 1,000 damage. So great.
You know, we should really talk to Fizzle as the director and be like, hey, can we get the +50 elemental bonus so Rune Sword, Coral Sword, and Dragon Sword are useful?
Yeah. I think what we need to do is we need to just have like the fun OP like let's just like have a fun OP tournament like where like everything's cranked to the max, enemies are cranked to the minimum, and just go in there and just beat everything up as quick as possible with no worries at all.
Easy mode, so all the enemies have 1 HP.
Exactly.
And lit 2 kills chaos. Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically a Chaos Rush tournament minus the nonsense of the alt fiends, because man, alt fiends. Every time I did Chaos Rush, it was literally Fun Dead Party, the Fun Dead pack, and they suck.
The Phantoms with that little bit of buff yeah.
Yeah, because that's the thing. They already get the 1.5% or 1.5 times buff. So they're 50% stronger than they already are going into the battle. And then if they roll up like another 200%, you're like, oh, great. This thing sucks. This is awful. So here we go. We got our Saber Bonk. We've got our Ruse Stick. We've got our tail. GuardianMarcus. It's like, where's the loot? Gotta think about it. Let's see here. He's gonna have to go through his notes, hopefully. Realize he missed a vendor item somewhere. Alright. Let's see. Gonna go to Gaia, it looks like, first to check the vendor item there. It's gonna take him a second to probably realize that he never checked the item shop in Onrak. So he's going to check this. Realizing it's not there. He already knows it's not in the caravan because he checked the caravan early on but never checked Onrak. All right, he's heading to Onrak. All right, cool. That's not too bad. Would have saved him a little bit of time. Obviously, have the loot before leaving this area. But didn't lose too much time. Like maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah, because he did a bunch of the checks. He had to rewalk Mirage and Sky again because of it.
Yeah,
it feels bad.
Yeah, so maybe a lot more time because at that point, I mean, you had the floater, so you didn't need what was in Sky. So here we go. GuardianMarcus in go mode now. 1 hour 33 minutes. Going to head to Topher with his level 37 black belt. It's going to probably punch a lot of things very, very, very hard.
But it's still slightly weaker if you think about it, because it doesn't have the 5 extra levels that the black belt has for damage, but the 10 hits at that point, I don't think it'll matter anyways, especially when you fast it, so...
Well, you think about this too, so I think that you get 2 points of strength for every level, but we started with plus 20 strength, so he's got the strength of a level 47 black belt with 10 hits.
But I think the black belt doesn't go with strength, though. It's only with weapons. It's based on
the
level.
That right? I don't know. Somebody will have to help me out here. Strength does nothing for the black belt? Okay, I thought it helped a little bit. So what do the levels do then, if it doesn't help the strength?
I don't know what the exact... There's some sort of calculation that's based on your level. Like, every level increases your damage. I can't remember how it's done.
Yeah, I was under the impression every level gave you extra strength, which is why
No.
you do more damage per level. But I guess if strength does nothing for black belts, then what do I do?
Well, it does stuff, but it's only for if you're carrying a weapon, so Masa and stuff like that.
Ah, Nasir. Nasir! Why'd you program the game this way?
Because it makes it more in depth for us, so we're always, yeah, nunchucks.
Strength for nunchucks. Okay. Strength stat only matters if they're actually using my. Okay. Well, they definitely do more damage as they gain levels. So yeah, must be something to do with whatever that is. So anyway, so the strength actually does nothing for the black belt at all. That's interesting. So yeah, we're gonna go on ahead. Master Chuck win. It's gonna be in the next spoiler log. Seed for Fall League. Sword Chucks already exist, don't they?
They might.
Nah, it's the Excalibur. I think that's in the weaponizer. So here we go. We got Lich 2 coming up. Massive coming out with 5 hits, 193. That's not much damage. Nuclear. Luckily, everybody stays alive. Let's see what 20 punches does. That's a lot of damage.
It was a whole lot of damage.
Yeah, there's a lot there. Excalibur and Maximune. That's what it is. We do need Massive Chucks. We need like nunchucks that have like just absurd stats, like 100 damage and like 100 hit percentage or whatever. It's like stupid. All right, so Agama coming out here doing nothing. Let's see what Carry 2's gonna do. Got a roost stick. Gotta keep that thief alive. 10 hits, 887. That's a dead carry.
So their attack is level times 2.
Yeah. Oh.
Level
yes, attack and
2.
yes, attack and strength are different stats. That's what I was trying to say. Was attack times.
Well, yeah, that's
Times
So
2 per level.
you and I were saying the same thing.
I was just
but-
misspeaking and saying that it was strength. That. Yeah.
But yeah, it goes off of the level. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, we tried to talk. Cyrnus, you would have been around during that. We were talking about the dual wield, but apparently they were worried that if the ninja dual wielded? What's the word I'm looking for? That it would just be way off the charts too strong, because it would basically be like double damage. I don't know. That's just what happened. That's how we ended up with the extra hit percentage on the thief instead of dual wielding.
Yeah, because I don't think they were able to properly kind of put it into a spot where it would be beneficial, because it'd be like two whatever swords swinging at the same time. So you get at 12 hits or something, like crazy number or something like that.
Yeah, I think
Without a
that's
fast.
Yeah, I think that's what they ended up saying, because I remember it was Leggy or a tiny fairy that was like looking into it trying to get it to work, and but then we ended up just going with the extra hit percentage or the double hit percentage instead of the dual wielding. It's kind of like the concession there. So Tiamat 2's down. That's a big old hit. 19 hits for a lot.
It would have been a lot better if it had been 24, but it's fine. We won't hold it against you, GuardianMarcus.
Yep, gotta get like one more annoying unrunnable before we go. And they gotta, of course, have some sort of script, which again, as Godwell pointed out a while ago, how many enemies had scripts in this game?
A lot.
It was crazy.
And they had some nasty stuff too, obviously, because I mean we're an hour and 39 minutes in with a black belt, and that's kind of unheard of if you think about it with these flags. So that's just how nasty some of these enemies were that slowed down our runners.
Yeah, this seed was not very gentle or kind or anything. It was not one of the easier seeds. Yeah, we can't let hate roll any more seeds, clearly. All right, so here we go.
Chaos gets pulled. Just to remind everybody, there is a race after this one, so make sure to stick around for Life Reboot versus J-Lo.
Yeah, so we'll get them started up. We'll have GuardianMarcus come in here and chat with us if he wants to for a little bit. But yeah, we're not going to be able to talk too long because they start at 10:10, correct?
Yes.
So we need to get we need to give this channel back.
Oh, that's a good start right there.
Yeah, and Chaos also took a big punch to the face pretty easily. I think it was like 6 hits for 2 something. So it was not what you wanted to see for damage from that black belt. Let's see what Rose is going to do this time. 12 hits, 653. Not great, but better than 6 hits for 2 something. More tempers coming out. Nuclear. So much for the old not no back-to-back nukes. I can do a nuclear combo on you, but 11 hits for 1,600 damage is going to do the deal. So with an official time of 1 hour... Wait, I got to look at the race time GG room. Official race time GG time of 1 hour 41 minutes on the dot. We got GuardianMarcus in here with us. How you doing?
Let's never talk about that seed again.
Okay, cool. So any final thoughts?
Final thoughts.
I thought, oh, I'm glad it's over.
Yeah, that was rough. You're probably wondering what happened to your buddy Climinteedus, your opponent. You guys were basically in the same area doing the same thing, grinding. Climinteedus walked away from the eye grind a little sooner than you did, and immediately hit unrunnable lobsters, and unfortunately tried to run away in the first turn, so they got 6 hits on him right off the get-go, and unfortunately took a wipe, and that's was pretty much it for Clem at that point. But you were able to get away from it, get there at get out of there at level 39 or 36. I mean, going up against that Kraken though, how did that make you feel when Kraken smacked you for more than half your health in that first time?
Yeah, that made me pretty nervous. I typically went to 36 just to get that 10 hits because I knew Kraken was probably gonna have something nasty. I didn't have like a ton of gear.
Yeah.
Was there any consideration considering, because you had a lot of heal potions, and we knew Kraken can always be dangerous to a black belt. Did you know about the 12 hits you could have gotten if you would have went to 48? And would you have done it?
I know you can get that at 48 with the plus 20%, but at that point in time, I have no idea where Climinteedus is at. I feel like I'm super behind. I said 36 enough, and I'm just gonna go from there.
And that's kind of what I mean. We understood that, but like with everything that we've seen, the unrunnable lobsters and everything like that, I was like, I think we need the HP, we need the stats and stuff like that, because if we hit those unrunnable lobsters, and there's 6 to 9 of them, 600 HP is gonna go real quick.
Yeah, I mean, I got really lucky that I didn't run into them. That was just a gamble I felt I had to take at that point, not knowing that my opponent was going to forfeit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it worked out. Like you said, the way you did it worked out perfectly fine, and us as I had to talk about it, and the way you did it worked out beautifully. So you can't complain whatsoever, and just say GGs and wish you good luck. Hopefully you get your 2-1 and make your way into the brackets.
Yeah, I mean that's the goal, obviously, and this is honestly my first spring tournament victory. I didn't have much luck last year, so although it's an odd victory, I will take it.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I totally misspoke. I forgot that you were in spring tournament last year, and yeah, you went, I think, 0-3 in that pod. Now that I think about it, so it's good to have you back here this time around, getting your first win in spring tournament. Did really well on the qualifiers, being the top seed here. So yeah, this has got to feel pretty good, getting out of there. One last question I want to ask before we move on, because we do have to give the channel back. We have a race actually about to start in 4 minutes. Obviously, they'll go live in 14 minutes here on FFR Twitch. But how about that double loose and mermaids? That was crazy.
Yeah, I was not happy about that. Um, Again, at that point, I was just trying to rush and not knowing where my points was. Actually, when I found the two items, that's actually when I checked the race time room and I saw that was when I first found out that he had forfeited Climinteedus. So from there, I just kind of tried to gather myself, but I was really frazzled. Obviously, I missed the item in Mirage, and I forgot the shop item in Gaia, so I was really frazzled by the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot to remember in the game, you know. So I think he played it really well. You know, through all the trials and tribulations, because there was a lot in that seed. Like there was, everything had a script. Everything was kind of crazy. I think, you know, like I said, you and Climinteedus were kind of on each other's heels the whole time. So you, even though you may have felt behind, you definitely weren't behind. So, but I'm gonna go on ahead and see Dangwo. Do you have any more questions before we go to final thoughts?
None whatsoever. I just wish you the best of luck, and I'm glad to see you coming back. Because, I mean, that's what we enjoy. You know, we want more people coming in and having more fun, and making our tournament organizers have to work even harder with even more runners. So,
All right, you got any final thoughts coming out of this, GuardianMarcus?
Yeah, I just want to thank you, Greg LeBuff and Dengwu, for announcing, commentating, two legends right there. Um, sorry that Black Belt wasn't really good. Thanks to Hate for restreaming and tracking, and I have to give a special shout out to the rest of the race crew, and especially Danny, who practically keeps the boat floating. So thank you very much.
Yeah, she does. All right, Dangwo, what you got before we get out of here?
not much. Hey, hit the button, get us out of here, Lord Fizzby. Take us to the
Yeah.
next race.
Yeah, stick around. We got another race coming up. It's going to be pretty awesome. It's starting in 10 minutes. Fizzle, hit the button. Hate, hit the button. See you later. Bye. Have
Somebody
a good
hit
one.
the button.